I visit Las Vegas, check out a couple comic stores, especially the famous Torpedo Comics, and pick up some Spec books on the way. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another comic video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their Christmas break, holiday break, but now it's back to the grind, right? I went to Vegas over the break and I checked out some comic stores, especially Torpedo Comics, picked up some Specs, and I shot a little video to show you the really amazing Torpedo Comics. It's their headquarters in Vegas, so check it out. Well, hopefully that video wasn't too long, but I wanted to give you guys a scope of what that store is about. The video doesn't do it justice. The store is amazing, just super clean. All the statues you can think of, you can see on the video. Gem Mint would be jealous even, maybe not, but you can see all the slabs they have on the wall, all their wall books that are like Golden Age, Silver Age stuff. They have obviously a lot of back issues, new books, and of course the main thing that we want to take a look at there was the vault that they have there with all of their high-end stuff. You could see that they had almost all the keys you can imagine from the Silver and the Golden Age, and even modern copper. Just basically all the top books, right? There was multiple Fantastic Four #1s. There's a 9.0 Giant Size X-Men, a 9.0 Tomb of, or I'm thinking maybe it's a 9.6 Tomb of Dracula #10. There was like a 9.4 Marvel Spotlight number 5, Amazing Fantasy number 15, and at 2.5 there's Amazing Spider-Man number 1. You name it, it's all there. I think that's even a first print of the TMNT number 1, which was signed signature series. So that's all the high-end stuff inside there. But Torpedo Comics, as you guys know, along with like Midtown Comics and Mile High Comics, these guys are like a major player in the comics industry. So it's really cool to check out that store. I know they have a couple stores in my area. I'm in Southern California, so there's one not too far away from here, where I am, and there's another one they just opened down south. So they're expanding, and they got the resources for it, because it's just to move it down money. But I wish that I could just check out all their books whenever they get new stuff in all the time, because I love going there and seeing all the awesome slab stuff in the vault, because it's constantly changing too, because last time I was there they had like all different stuff. But anyway, I actually also visited a couple stores in the area, and I was able to pick up some Spec books. So let's just get right to it. I got 4 books here, and these are all basically coming on the heels of the Hawkeye show, with and obviously from Spider-Man No Way Home, with Matt Murdock being in it, and then Kingpin being in Hawkeye. And the Echo show is going to be bridging the gap between Netflix and the MCU. It's all coming together, and because of that, there's a lot of like long-term Spec possibilities of books that maybe they were hot back then, and then they kind of cooled off because when Netflix was done and they weren't going to do any more Daredevil seasons, the books kind of cooled off. So the first book I picked up was Daredevil number 174. This is the first appearance of the Hand organization, and it's newsstand there. This is a book. I'm not really too sure about organization first appearances, like first appearance of Hydra, first appearance of Shield, things like that, because usually people will look for the characters, and to a lesser extent the objects, and the organizations are just kind of broad. Unless it's a team versus an organization are kind of different. So like first appearance of X-Men, first appearance of Young Avengers, first appearance of Avengers, whatever. But first appearance of an organization, I guess if you're paying attention to Spider-Man No Way Home, first, you can also spec on first appearance of Damage Control. But I'm not really sure how those are going to be panning out. But nonetheless, I picked this up because for a longer term spec when Echo comes out, because who knows, they might bring back Electro in the Hand. So this book I only paid $15. So this, for all 4 books, I paid $45 total, and I think that's pretty good for right now, and for long-term spec. Who knows, some of these could go up, because I'm telling you right now, if you look it up, these books are trending upwards, right? Both the graded and the raw. So here's the first one, okay, and then these next 3 are basically this. All 3 are, it's a 3-part series, or a 3-part story, and it's actually pretty significant, because it's the first appearance of Kingpin in the in the Daredevil title, and the first battle of Daredevil and Kingpin, and then the first Kingpin Bullseye Daredevil arc here. So this is a significant storyline from the Frank Miller run, obviously. Before this, Kingpin was a Spider-Man villain, but after this, he became a Daredevil villain almost exclusively. So most of the people that maybe don't know the history of Kingpin, because they only know it from the Daredevil show, Kingpin is actually a Spider-Man villain for a long time, you know, for years. And then when Frank Miller came around, decided, hey, let's put him in the Daredevil book and then flesh out his backstory, because I think this is also, you'll see Vanessa Fisk, as well as they say his name is actually Wilson Fisk. It's been revealed it's Kingpin is Wilson Fisk, and then they flesh out more of his backstory of like his training and whatnot. But this is where he basically becomes the, you know, regains the power of being a Kingpin of the underworld. So if they do anything with this type of storyline in the MCU going forward, because, you know, we still have Bullseye coming, you know, theoretically, and this would be a great storyline for that, because, you know, Bullseye is Kingpin's like hired hitman, and he hires him to take out Daredevil. So if and when we see said characters in the MCU, these books have a really good shot of spiking. Right now, I know this book, this one, this is the biggest one out of all these. The FMV on this is $50. All these are going to be mid-grade. I don't think any of these are going to be an 8.0. Perhaps with a press it might be an 8.0. But you know, $45 for all this is, I think it's pretty solid, seeing as an FMV of this is 50, and I think it's just going to keep going up. I know that the FMV trends for these are up anywhere from 2 to 5% over the last couple weeks because of the Hawkeye show, and the CGC numbers for especially this one has been going up. I think the last 9.6 sold for just under $200, which is pretty good. And I think it's going to keep going up. So I think going forward, books like this should be good to spec on, because they're kind of cool right now, but they're starting to heat up. So, you know, you want to kind of get in before everybody gets on that train. But yeah, that's why I picked up. Hopefully these are good. Also, you know, I also read, so it was nice to read these again to find out, you know, that the whole story with this. So that's what I got. Hopefully you guys, you know, enjoyed that video that I shot of the Torpedo, and you know, let's see. We'll check back in a few months, see how the prices are on these books, and then we'll revisit it again once they start making more announcements from the Echo show, because I really think books like this could spike. So, all right, well, that's what I got. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, guys. See ya. Thanks.